So I want to welcome you here to the channel, especially this part talking about parenting and helping parents get some insight on how they can communicate better with their kids. Now you might be wondering, well, why put this together? Like, what's its purpose, Alan? Well, its purpose is more sentimental as much as it is educational. Can't talk right now. Just finished a 2-hour conversation with a very nice senior citizen lady client that needs my help. The reason why I put this together is because I have a belief. And my belief is that there's a lot of parents out there right now that want help, that need help, that are struggling to communicate effectively with their kids, that either don't have a relationship with their kids at all, or the relationship they do have is fear-based. It's based on the kids having fear because they feel that their parents are either too controlling or they just don't understand them. And on the parent side, I feel for them, because even though a part of them wants to control to a degree what their kids are doing, I believe that a lot of the parents do it out of love. They do it out of support. They do it out of guidance. But they also do it out of fear. Fear that they won't do a good job or not as good a job. Fear that something horrible might happen to their kids. Fear that they might let themselves or let their kids down. Or for some parents, they do it because they care about looking really good to other parents. So there's a bit of a status thing that's going on. Now, regardless as to reason, I'm not here to judge. But what I am here to do is to remind that everything that we want in terms of a relationship with our kids, I believe can be achieved. But it has to be achieved, or it can be best achieved, when we have an ability to take our own emotional negative feelings, our pains, the things that we struggle with, and first heal them. Because I've learned from personal experience that when we don't heal our own past trauma, our own past pain, just by accidental default, we end up passing those along to our kids. And the way that we pass them along is the things that we don't want to do with our kids, like yell or scream or be overly judgmental or be overly controlling because our parents did that to us. We end up doing it anyway. We either end up doing it to an extreme, or we end up being so loose and so neglective of our kids that oftentimes they get in trouble or do things that they're not proud of that's too late for us to catch because we gave them too much space. Or the opposite side, where we give them not enough space and they end up feeling so frustrated and they feel so congested, they feel so tight-gripped that it makes them want to hide stuff from us. In this channel, what I'm teaching is a balance of how to be friendly but maintain the respect, on how to be open and loving while still being able to maintain boundaries and discipline, and on how to speak to our kids in a way where it's still firm, where it still commands respect, but in a way where the kids feel love for us. Maybe a little fear because we're mom and dad. There should always be some, in my opinion, there should be a little fear. Not fear of being hurt or abandoned, but fear of letting down our parents. I believe there should be a little bit because we look up to them. At least there's a stage in our life where we look up to them, right? Either mom, dad, or both. But the majority of that communication should still be blanketed with love, appreciation, and respect. I've learned that when both a parent and their kids can come from that mutual place, then the communication can open up, the bond between them can tighten. And when things go wrong, when somebody yells or screams or says something they didn't mean, the field of being able to come together and just resolve that accidental mishap, the possibility of resolving and remolding that bond and making it stronger, it's available. But only when a parent knows how to balance themselves emotionally, where they can be controlling but not overbearing, where they can be compassionate, but not so much where the kid just steps on them, where they can command respect without instilling fear. It's when we come from that middle ground, that balanced ground, that real openness starts to happen. And so my goal for you in watching these videos of me and Helen talking is that it shares with you and gives you some insight on the stuff that we've learned. So hopefully you can start doing that for you in your life with your kids too. If you're in that place where you want a more compassionate, a more caring, a more open level of communication with your kids as well. So I hope that helps. Watch the videos, enjoy them, use the tools and techniques, and let me know how much further I can help you by creating videos that really make an impact and a difference for you as well.